Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going? Hope everybody's all doing well. Today I'm going to be talking about my prediction for the fight this weekend between David Benavidez and Ronald Ellis. Um, this is a fight that's taking place in the super middleweight division. I don't believe there's any titles on the line. David Benavidez, obviously a two-time super middleweight world champ, but his discipline seems to keep letting him down. Obviously lost both belts outside of the ring, once due to a cocaine failed test, and then once due to missing weight on the scale. So, I mean, he has discipline issues, but obviously a very blessed fighter, a very talented young fighter in the sport. And he's getting away with it while he's young, a little bit of ill discipline, but I think in the long run, it's going to have a negative impact on his career. I mean, it already has with him losing the belts twice, but he hasn't lost as of yet. He hasn't really fought the greatest of competition yet. I think this may start affecting him when he starts stepping up in competition, or also as he starts to age, because he's a very big guy for the super middleweight division. So he struggles to make weight. He missed weight in the last fight. I know he said that was because he wasn't able to use like a sauna and really work out due to the COVID virus during the fight week when they had them in the hotels and stuff. But he's a very big guy for the weight nonetheless. He's very tall as well, and he used to be a very heavy guy. I think he was about 250 pounds or something before, he made his way down to super middleweight. You can see his body still looks a bit chubby and soft. So like I say, he's young at the moment. I don't think he's going to be able to keep himself in the super middleweight division for too many years, just due to him being so big and still being young. With age, he's going to thicken up, and I think he'll have to move up into the light heavyweight and cruiserweight division, where I think he's going to find it a lot harder, because at the moment he's really using his size advantage at this super middleweight division. He seems to be just bullying people in there and walking them down. He's a very aggressive fighter. He makes for very entertaining fights. I think boxing fans really like him due to his style. I mean, got very fast hands, got very heavy hands. He's an action fighter. He's an aggressive pressure fighter. He walks you down, he backs you up to the ropes, then he starts to let his hands go, and he's got very fast hands. He punches in combinations, and not only has he got fast hands, I think I said he has very heavy hands. So obviously a very entertaining fighter, and he's a tough guy to beat, unbeaten at the moment. In this fight against Ronald Ellis, I'm expecting him to come out with the victory. I don't think too highly of Ronald Ellis from what I've seen. He seems to be a pretty basic fighter. I was picking him to lose against Korobov, and he was getting outboxed by Matt Korobov up until Korobov sustained an injury. So obviously Ellis, he's nothing special really. He's a pretty basic fighter. In the fight against Korobov, like I say, he wasn't as skilled as Korobov. He was getting outboxed. Korobov's obviously very slick, underrated and crafty fighter, but Ellis, pretty basic boxer, and in this fight I expect, like I say, Benavidez to get the victory. I think Benavidez is going to be able to put the pressure on him, put him on the ropes, start to let his hands go. I think Benavidez will probably stop him in the second half of the fight. From between the 6th to the 10th round, I expect Benavidez to get the stoppage victory. But like I say, I don't think Ellis has the boxing skills to keep Benavidez off of him. I don't think he has the power to keep Benavidez off of him. A guy like Caleb Plant, in my opinion, would give Benavidez Benavidez a lot of trouble due to how well he moves and how slick he is defensively, and got a very good boxing IQ, very good jab, and a very fast guy that moves extremely well. I think that type of guy could give Benavidez a lot of trouble with that lateral movement. I don't think Ellis moves as well as Caleb Plant. I don't think he has Caleb Plant's defensive skills, boxing IQ, or anything like that. So like I say, Ronald Ellis, he's just a pretty basic boxer. He's nothing special. I expect Benavidez to be able to put that pressure on him, back him up to the ropes, let his hands go. And that, in my opinion, you can't last too long with a guy like Benavidez letting his hands go on you, hitting you to the body and the head. He's a tremendous body puncher, and he's a good head puncher as well. But I mean, that left hook to the body, it's something nasty. He's a rough, tough fighter. He's got that young mentality of kill or be killed. He wants to fight anybody. He's about that action, So he says. The fight I want to see is him and Caleb Plant. They've been beefing for a long time. I would pick Plant to win that fight. The other thing, though, I think a very short, compact fighter could also give Benavidez a lot of trouble because he's so upright. So he's very open to the body, and it looks like he has a pretty soft body, in my opinion. So a guy like Canelo, who's in this division, they are talking about possibly fighting sometime in the future. I think Canelo could, cause David Benavidez a lot of trouble because Canelo's inside game is nasty. He's real short and compact, so he'll be able to get to Benavidez's body. He's also very good defensively. So I think he could cause Benavidez problems, but I also think Benavidez could cause him a lot of problems due to his size, his power, his relentlessness. All that I think could cause Canelo problems. As we've seen, Canelo can't fight for the full 3 minutes of each round. He paces himself, and with a guy like Benavidez that's so big and aggressive, he could really test that stamina out of Canelo and make him fight for the full 3 minutes of every round. And he's got a lot of power, so we'll see if Canelo can handle that. But we'll also see if Benavidez can handle Canelo. Like I say, Benavidez very upright. He's not defensively blessed. He's offensively blessed for sure, with the hand speed, the power, combination puncher, both to the head and body, great punch selection, but defensively very upright, easy to hit to both the head and the body. That can be taken advantage of. Like I said, I think Caleb Plant gives him a lot of trouble. But the Caleb Plant fight isn't, like I said, I'd pick Caleb Plant to beat Benavidez. But in my opinion, it's not an easy fight because, like I say, with Benavidez's size, his power and his pressure that he brings, as well, as the hand speed and stuff like that, he brings a lot to the fight. But in my opinion, Caleb Plant's a lot more versatile. He can fight on the back foot. He can fight on the front foot. He can fight on the inside and the outside. I mean, I know Benavidez is going to try to get on the inside of Caleb Plant, which I think he'll struggle due to Plant's footwork. But we have seen Plant fatigue in some of his fights down the stretch. And if he fatigues against David Benavidez, which I'm sure he will a bit, that's going to make it, very interesting, and it's going to become very hard for him at that stage in the fight. And he's going to have to stand his ground then, in my opinion, on David Benavidez. He'll have to stand his ground, but I've seen Caleb Plant stand his ground before, put in work on the inside. He's a very crafty inside fighter as well. He puts a shoulder up on you, and he catches and he shoots and he rolls with shots. He hits you with, kind of uppercuts, and stuff like that. He can shorten up his shots nicely as well. So he'll be able to hold his own on the inside with Benavidez, even though Benavidez has that size and power advantage over him. I would still pick Caleb Plant to beat him, but for the fight this weekend, definitely going to be picking Benavidez to stop Ronald Ellis in this fight. But should be an entertaining fight. Benavidez is always in entertaining fights, and I hope we get to see him in a world title fight after this fight, hopefully against either the winner of Canelo and Saunders or against Caleb Plant, hopefully sometime soon. But thanks for listening, guys. That's how I see this fight playing out. Got Benavidez by a late stoppage. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are. Who you picking? Who would you pick if he fought Caleb Plant or Canelo? Let me know in the comments below, guys. Thanks for listening. Talk to you guys again soon. Cheers.